Hello everyone! Today I'm going to plant my turmeric and ginger spice. As you remember, in my previous video, I had some turmeric that I harvested from my very own plant container. I planted about the same size like this, and it was in the container for at least 3 years, and I decided I needed to harvest them. So this is what I have. I have a lot actually to replicate, because it replicates even if you just plant a little bit. Even if you just plant a small turmeric, it will replicate. So if I planted one like this size, it will become like this in no time. And ginger and turmeric, they can be planted in a shallow container because the roots are shallow. About a foot should be fine, this height. And if you plant them in the ground, that's about that same length as well, a foot, no more than that, because the tuber, they tend to spread. So I have a lot here. Since I uprooted, or since I harvested, I could see quite a bit of them sprouting already, and they're ready for planting or replicating. So today I'm going to transplant them. The first turmeric root that I planted, I got it from a store. If you live in the US, you can buy it in Kroger, Walmart, Publix, or any grocery stores that have turmeric spice and ginger. So that's what I started mine several years ago, and so this is what I have right now. You can easily plant your own turmeric and ginger, and not only you can eat the tuber, or these tuber here, like look at that, there's a little bit of shoot. It's good to plant. You can eat the whole plant. You can use the roots, you can use the stems and the leaves and everything. It's a very good spice to have. And so I already separated a few. So this is from my very own plant. Before you plant, make sure that you separate each root. You need to separate them. Like for this one here, I can separate them and make it into 2 or 3 root will produce or replicate. Like you see this one here, it's got a lot of small nodules or tuber on the side, so it will grow bigger, just like this one here. See, this is from a single root that I planted several years ago, but it got root bound, so I decided to uproot them, and now I will plant some more. So there's that. I separated, and this is ready for planting. I have here containers, rectangle and square, and here is my ginger as well. This is a store-bought ginger, organic ginger. It's preferable to buy organic ginger, and it's got shoot already. It's ready right here. So you can buy also ginger, like this one here is Frida's ginger. You can see here, it's ready for planting. Anyway, I'm gonna use that. I bought 2 bags because last year I harvested my ginger and I used them all up, so I did not save for replanting. So this is also one big clump. You need to separate them, the ginger, just like what you do on turmeric, because each piece of root will produce more ginger. There you go. Ginger is very potent as well. It's really good for your health, so it's good to have. I know, ginger is very good to have. It's very easy to grow, so you should be able to grow ginger inside. And if you live in a 4-season country, you better plant them in containers. That way you can bring them inside. You can bring them inside your house or in a greenhouse that has a temperature control, so that they don't freeze during winter time. Ginger and turmeric, they are a tropical spice. They are tropical, so in winter time, you bring them inside the house so that they will come back in springtime. But don't be surprised if the leaves and the stems are going to wilt or die eventually, because they will turn yellow or orange, and then eventually they will shed leaves or just die, just like this one. It will turn brown. But in springtime, later springtime or summertime, they will grow back if you put them outside again, and then the roots that are just buried in the dirt or in the soil will just come up again, and then they will produce more leaves. So like I said, this turmeric I had in the container, they were in the container for at least 3 years, 3 or 4 years. I did not harvest them because every time I needed a turmeric, I would just get a couple roots, and that's it. I leave the rest in this soil. So let's get going, and I'm gonna show you how I plant my ginger and turmeric. They are very easy to grow. If I can do this, you can too. There's no reason why you can't. Okay. Here I'm going to plant my turmeric. I will plant turmeric first in this container here. Since there are like how many? Like this. I can just separate it like that. So see, the turmeric is yellow. You see the color? It's yellow. Then I can just bury it. The way I planted it, instead of burying the turmeric roots upright, I bury it sideways when planting so the shoots and the leaves will grow from the sides. I think it's easier this way. Like that. And then this also has, then just bury it like here. And I also have these here. And do the same way. This one has little ones. The little ones, the little nodules will grow bigger. So it's okay if I bury them all together here. There you go. If you want to plant turmeric, make sure that you get the fresh and not so wrinkled and not so dried turmeric for planting. Too dry and too wrinkled turmeric are dehydrated, so they may not grow. Another tip is when you buy fresh turmeric for planting, soak them overnight to soften the skin so they sprout quicker. Or if you don't soak the turmeric, make sure that you water the soil heavily after you plant them. Turmeric likes loamy and well-draining soil, so make sure that the soil is rich in organic matter. And here are the ginger roots that I'm going to plant. The way I plant turmeric is the same way I plant ginger. They are from the same family anyway. So the way you plant it is you separate a big piece of ginger with several rhizome roots. I plant it sideways instead of burying it vertically or upright because I think it's easier for the little ginger nodes on the sides to grow out shoots. Ginger also like loamy and well-draining soil that is rich in organic matter, so the plants will produce lots of rhizome roots. Like turmeric, you can also eat the entire ginger plant. It's edible from root to leaves. They're both rich in antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. They help boost our natural immune system. After planting, make sure that you water the soil with the ginger and turmeric well. After a few weeks, you will see tiny plants come up. For my plants, I planted them in April, right after the last frost, and it took more than a month for the shoots to show up. In this video, the ginger and the turmeric plants are more than 2 months old. As you can see, some shoots are still small and others are bigger already. It all depends on the sizes and the number of rhizome roots you planted. Normally, they don't come up together at the same time. Ginger plants have elongated leaves and darker green leaves in color, while turmeric plants have more oval-shaped and light green leaves. You can see the difference. I'm excited to see my ginger and turmeric plants growing, green and healthy, and I look forward to harvesting my very own homegrown ginger and turmeric. If I can do this, you can too. If there's a will, there's always a way. Happy planting, and thanks for watching.